What's good, YouTube? This your boy EJ the DJ, and I'm back with another video. And hey, man, this Atlanta Falcons team just never ceases to continue to amaze me by the games that we continue to lose. Yesterday, the Atlanta Falcons fall to the Arizona Cardinals 25-23. This was a game the Atlanta Falcons had no business losing. Now I know we had 3 games back to back that we had no business losing, and it all started with Tennessee, then the Vikings, and then yesterday to the Arizona Cardinals. For a quarterback to just come back from his ACL injury in his first game back, we lose to Kyler Murray. Now, I know all week a lot of people were saying there is no way that the Atlanta Falcons can lose this game. But I'm like, you know what? I was saying the exact same thing, but I'm like, you know what? We lost to the Titans. We said there was no way we could lose that game. We lost to the Vikings. And I said there's no way we can lose that game against the Vikings. But when it came to this game, I'm like, I can't exactly say there's no way we can lose this game, because this team has showed me, like, yeah, we can definitely lose this game to the Arizona Cardinals. Now, if y'all don't know, man, I really do DJ. So on Sundays, I DJ, and I don't really get to. I can watch. I watch the games, but I don't. You know, I'm still like entertaining at the same time, so I don't get to watch like how I want to watch the game fully. But I've gone back and on YouTube and I watched some of the games and I looked at, some of the game, and I looked at some of the stats and I have them pulled up. And the crazy part about it is, you know, I play a little prize picks. I play a little underdog fantasy, right? And so as I'm DJing, one of the waitress come up to me. She's like, I'm never picking this quarterback again. And I'm like, you know, sometimes Prospects has a thing to where they don't update the stats like right on time sometimes. And so when she showed me Taylor Heineke's stats at the time, I'm like, hold on, it's the fourth quarter. There is no way he has like 50-something passing yards. This has to be wrong. So I can look on my phone and I get on the ESPN app and I say, oh, he does have 55 yards. I think, did he end the game? Yeah, he ended the game with 55 yards. He ended up going out the game with an injury, and Desmond Ridder was brought in. But what she showed me at the time, like I said, I was DJing and entertaining and stuff like that. So I'm like, nah, hold on, maybe these stats are not right. But then I also see that he was 8 for 15 in passing when I'm looking at the stats. And then I'm like, so I know that the Cardinals are one of the worst defensive giving up passing yards this season. So I was just kind of shocked to see those numbers. I'm like, this can't be right. But in actuality, those the stats were right. So I was definitely blindsided by that. And I was also telling people that I was talking to a couple of my friends. And I was like, you know, when that report came out about Bijan Robinson getting the ball, I was about to get ready to do a video. And I actually did a video the night before, but my audio was messing up, so I didn't end up dropping the video. It was a lot of static in my mic, but I fixed it, whatever. So I didn't end up dropping the video. But what I was saying in that video was, don't be surprised if Arthur Smith, and I don't want to say he was being petty, but don't be surprised if Bijan Robinson will be forced the ball because he's feeling this pressure behind the media that Bijan Robinson isn't getting the ball enough. And what do you have? I see, like I said, I didn't get to watch the game like I need to watch, but one of my friends sent me a tweet and was saying that Bijan Robinson was lined up at punt return. I'm like, huh? There is no way. I was like, I know I see him getting the ball. Like, and I'm periodically looking at the TV screen. I'm like, I know I see him getting the ball, but I did not know Bijan Robinson was at punt return. I'm like, hold on now. Like, we got our first round pick, a running back at punt return. This is insane. But you go back and look at Bijan Robinson numbers. He had 22 carries for 95 yards and a touchdown yesterday. Now, that's the exact way in the red zone that we want to see Bijan Robinson use. Give him that ball up the middle, and he bounces out to the outside for an easy touchdown. I mean, that's what we thought we were going to be seeing all season long for Bijan Robinson. So it was like, oh, it's a breath of fresh air to finally see Bijan Robinson, get these type of carries in the red zone and get these type of chances and opportunities in the red zone, and he comes out with a score. Not saying that I don't love to see Tyler. I love to see Tyler Algier, pound the rock up the middle and get those touchdowns because he fights for those yards. I love Tyler Algier. Same way with CP. I would love to see CP get more touches. And, a lot of people have been saying that Cordell Patterson is the heart and soul of this Atlanta Falcons team and that he needs to be utilized more. And it seems like yesterday CP only got 5 touches. He had 3 carries for 13 yards. And then I think he had 2 catches for how many catches? I think for 7 yards, I want to say. So he touched the ball 5 times. And I said this on my last video. What was the reason why we traded for Van Jefferson? Like I said, we all season we talked about this positionless football and how Cordell Patterson was going to be used at this joker position. So I thought that we would be seeing Cordell and most at some wide receiver positions. But we traded for Van Jefferson, and yesterday Van Jefferson had no catches. He was on the field. I seen him on the field. He was on the field. We don't use Van Jefferson. He doesn't get the ball like that. And I thought maybe CP would be in that wide receiver position. They said the same thing about Bijan Robinson. He can line up at that wide receiver position, but we just really haven't used Cordero like I thought that we was going to use him like that this year. And like I said, I play a little prize picks. I play a little underdog. And one of my go-to guys this season has been Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith has been getting the ball a lot from this season. They've been getting a lot of yards, and they have his props low, right? So his props usually be at like 33 yards or 27 yards or something like that. So I put in the chat, I'm like, hey, y'all know what to do. But at the same time, I'm like, hold on, right? I said, today might be the day where Jonnu Smith may not do that much because of what's been going on in the media. And when I look at the stats, like I said, I really didn't see the game. So all I can go is by the stats right now. I have to go back and watch the full game. Jonnu Smith had 1 catch for 1 yard. I also heard that Taylor Heinicke had a bad throw to Jonnu Smith as well. So I don't know how many yards he would have had if he would have caught that pass or if the pass was catchable. But Jonnu Smith had 1 catch and 1 yard. So now I'm looking at it like, it's Arthur Smith being petty. That's how I'm looking at the stats. Because it's like, fans were complaining that Jonnu Smith was getting the ball too much. Now I see that Jonnu Smith has 1 catch and 1 yard. I'm like, it's Arthur Smith being petty. Is he just force feeding? Is he going to force feed Bijan Robinson the ball and not give I don't know. So, but just looking at those stats, I'm like, I was kind of right. But I don't want to say that he was being petty. But to see Taylor Heinicke from 8 for 15 in passing against one of the worst secondaries in the league is kind of crazy. I did hear some of the snippet of Arthur Smith's press conference. I've been listening to 92.9 The Game, man. I listen to 92.9 The Game shows, and they were saying that they was talking about that Arthur Smith said they noticed that they had a weakness in their run defense and running the ball up the middle. Talking about the Cardinals defense, so they had a game plan that they were going to run the ball up the middle, and it seems like they were pretty successful. As I'm going back to watch the game a little bit, that they were kind of successful in running the ball up the middle. But we also had to pass the ball to win the game. Seeing that Heinicke had 55 yards in passing is. We can't win a ball game like that. We can't win a ball game like that. And Desmond Ridder came in, and Desmond Ridder went 4 for 6 with 39 yards, and he also had a rushing touchdown. And I want to just give a shout out to Desmond Ridder because, he could have easily not been prepared and not been ready, due to the circumstances of him being benched and just being a young player, and he could have not cared and stuff like that, but he was ready to go when his time was called. And I'm just glad to see Desmond Ridder was able to score and lead his team to a touchdown and to keep us in the game. We still had a chance to win the game when Desmond Ridder scored that touchdown. So I want to give a big shout out to Desmond Ridder just for staying ready when he was called on. But one thing that I want to talk about, right? I want to talk about our defense. Our defense has been keeping us in the games this whole season. They have been our strength this whole season. And I know Grady Jarrett is out for the season. David Onyemata didn't play yesterday. And I knew when David Onyemata not playing, I knew that it was going to be like, it was going to hurt a little bit, especially with Grady being gone for the season. So now we're losing our interior defensive lineman. And we seen that we kind of struggled with the run, especially up the middle yesterday. And we definitely missed David Onyemata. But one person I want to talk about is Richie Grant. What is going on with Richie Grant? Now, those comments that I seen with Trey McBride on Twitter during his press conference, he said he went to college. He said, if this guy gets me man to man, I've been killing him all game. Just give me a chance. Just give him a chance. And yesterday, Trey McBride made history yesterday, y'all, for the Arizona Cardinals. Trey McBride is the first Arizona Cardinals tight end since 1989 with 100+ receiving yards. 1989 was the last time a Arizona Cardinals tight end had 100+ yards. Is anybody else tired of the Falcons being on the wrong side of history? We're always the first, or the people ain't did this in a long time, but Lord behold, the Falcons, they be the first team since 1989 to do something like this. What is going on with Richie Grant? Richie Grant has been getting picked on. Is he the weakest link on the defense? And then he talking about it like, man, he can't hold me. He can't take me. They gonna have this man one-on-one with me. Throw me the ball collar. He can't guard me. And yesterday, Trey McBride did just that. Trey McBride, how many yards did Trey McBride have yesterday? Trey McBride had, was it 131 yards yesterday? 131 yards. And we played man-to-man defense. Richie Grant, you gotta tighten up. So like now we're seeing that not only, it's just not a quarterback thing with this team. It's not just a quarterback thing. It's a team thing with this team. We spent a lot of money with the defense, but I'm thinking like Jesse Bates probably having to overcompensate because they picking on Richie Grant all the time. Like it's really bad that we're seeing like. This team just never ceases to amaze me. One bright side and Falcons, we got a ball player in Nate Landman. I know that it's crazy. Like I haven't even thought about missing Troy Anderson because Troy Anderson was out since like the first game of the season, and Nate Landman has stepped up big time for this defense at that linebacker position. And it's like, wow, we got a ball player in Nate Landman. So big shout out to Nate Landman. Well, he had an interception yesterday. He had a sack yesterday. Like, he is doing his thing. Like, we real deal have a ball player in Nate Landman. So shout out to Nate Landman for being a bright spot in this Atlanta Falcons defense. But also, man, we got to talk about this defensive line not holding contain with these scrambling quarterbacks. Yesterday, game on the line. Falcons got the Cardinals when it was third down. Kyler Murray does what he does. Run back, right? And Arnold Ebiketie tries to go make a play. Not just holding this contain. And Kyler Murray scrambles out to the outside, which leads them to a game-winning field goal. Why does the Atlanta Falcons have a hard time with scrambling quarterbacks? It's like if once we play a scrambling quarterback, throw our defense out the window. It's like we can't contain a scrambling quarterback. And it's really sad because it was like Josh Dobbs all over again. Running the ball. Defensive line not holding contain. This team, it's like, it is really, really, really frustrating watching this team. And it's kind of like, it's hard to continue to get mad because it's like they keep doing the exact same thing over and over and over again. And at this point, it's like, when is things going to change? When are things going to change with this team, y'all? Everybody's calling for Arthur Smith's job. And I feel like we have the right to do so because we 3 years in. We're in the exact same spot that we were 3 years ago. We're 4-6. We just lost 3 back-to-back games that we had no business losing. Now, the season is not over with, so I don't feel like Arthur Smith is going to lose his job. We know that, knowing that Arthur Blank's history, he's not going to fire a coach in the middle of the season, right? We're not going to be like the Oakland Raiders. Man, shout out to the Oakland Raiders. They went on ahead and fired Josh McDaniels, and they're 2-0. They're 2-0 ever since that firing of Josh McDaniels, right? Shout out to Antonio Pierce, all right? But I don't see the Falcons do that. That's just not what Arthur Blank does. But the season is not lost. We got a bye week this week. So I'm going to be on here a lot talking about these Falcons and talking about the upcoming weeks. But we got a bye week this week, so they got a chance to get things right. They got to figure out what they're going to do with that quarterback position again. Now, honestly, I feel like they're going to go back with Desmond Ridder because Taylor Heineke showed who he was. Like I was telling people, I had no expectations of Taylor Heineke doing any more or being any better than what Desmond Ridder is, right? Or how he was playing. And he just showed that, right? So I do expect the Falcons to go back with Desmond Ridder. Arthur Smith said he wasn't going to be making that call right now. I don't think he want to put that pressure on Taylor Heineke or Desmond Ridder with this being a bye week. So I think we're going to have to wait till the week that we play the Saints to figure out or to find out who's going to be the starting quarterback going against the New Orleans Saints. And that's got to be a game we have to win because we still have a chance. With this division being so bad, we still have a chance, y'all. And I think, if we can finally get back on track, which I'm not that confident in, they still have a chance to make it to the playoffs and win this division. But it's gonna depend on it's got to depend on this game with the New Orleans Saints, y'all. And we got problems. We're back to where we were 2 weeks ago with the quarterback situation. We're back to where we were 3 years ago, being 4-6, right? So when we talk about Arthur Smith's tenure right now, it's like the tracking is not looking too good. The tracking is not looking too good. We're not seeing any progression out this team, y'all, and it's real frustrating. And we're just not in a good spot right now, and I hope he's not losing the locker room. I seen that video of Drake London. He said, things need to be changed. And I'm right along with Drake London, all right? I'm right along with Drake London. Things need to be changed with this organization, with this team, bro. We're just not in a good spot right now, YouTube Falcons fans. We're not in a good spot. So let me know how y'all felt about this game, Falcons fans. Do y'all want to see Arthur Smith be fired this week? What changes do you think need to be made with this defense and this offense? We got a long week ahead of us with this bye week. So be prepared for more content. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. I'm just disappointed, y'all. Y'all got to let me know in the comments, like, were y'all expecting the Falcons to be in this position at like to be 4-6 right now in the beginning of the season. Like I'm gonna be honest, I really didn't see the Falcons being 4-6, especially with how we started the season 2-0. Right? I think we started the season 2-0. I didn't see us being 4-6 going into this bye week. You couldn't have told me that we were gonna be at this point. I didn't think we were gonna be in another quarterback controversy to figure out who's gonna be starting this next game. This is real deal depressing as a fan, y'all. Like, to see the same things over and over again, y'all. It's really getting out of hand. It's taking a toll on us Falcons fans. I know some Falcons fans are already like, man, they done checked out for the season. They done checked out. And I don't blame them, y'all. But like I said, we still have a chance. They just got to clean some stuff up, and we just got to go from here, y'all. We got to go from here. But this your boy, EJ the DJ. Like I said, hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Let me know how y'all feel about the Smith. Ryan Nelson, too. Ryan Nelson, you know, he's been dialing up, but the tackling, y'all, has been bad. The tackling has gotten worse. Oh, these past few games? Have y'all been paying attention to the tackling? Y'all, it's this whole team is like, it's falling apart, y'all. This team is falling apart. And it's very, very hard right now to be a Falcons fan. Saturdays, y'all see them dogs in the background. Saturdays, I enjoy watching football, right? I enjoy watching Georgia football. Y'all Georgia doing their thing. But on Sundays, I'm like, it's a whole roller coaster of emotions on Sundays, y'all. It's a whole roller coaster on Sundays, y'all. It's bad, y'all. Like, you know. But let me know what y'all want to see from this team. Do you think Arthur Smith should be fired already? Do y'all want to see him fired? Or do y'all just want to wait to the end of the season to see if things turn around with this team? But I mean, at the same time, if this team were to win 6 games, go 6-1, do we? You know what? I'm going to say that video for another day. All right, make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.